And welcome to Idaho Today. I'm Melissa Paul. Anthology is back, an audience favorite. And this annual winter show is a collection of mixed works that takes place at Boise State University's SPEC, providing a unique dance experience in a really intimate setting. So this season's Anthology will have 4 gorgeously stirring short works, one of which is backed by popular demand. And we're so excited to have both of you here to talk about Anthology. Okay, so first off, what makes Anthology so different from other Ballet Idaho performances that we see throughout the year?
Well, a couple things. As you mentioned, the venue, it's the only program that we do in the SPEC Center, which is about 400 seats, much smaller than the Morrison Center. So I think that gives the audience and the performers a very different experience. You really feel the intimacy of that space. And then the breadth of work, as you said, 4 pieces as opposed to 1 feature length or even 2 shorter, 1 acts. It just really showcases the breadth of the artistry of the dancers. I think that's a unique experience. I know I liked doing shows like that myself.
Yes.
But what about your perspective on that?
Yeah, I feel like typically when people come to see a Ballet Idaho performance, it's a big production like the Nutcracker or the Sleeping Beauty, something that the whole company is involved in. And with Anthology, we get the opportunity as dancers to kind of dive into some smaller works and immerse ourselves in different ways. And oftentimes you might be working in a style of dance that you're less comfortable with. If you prefer contemporary work, you might be doing something more classical or vice versa. So Anthology feels more like an exploration for us. And
Oh,
a way
I
to
love
kind
that.
to like hone our skills as dancers.
That's great. So you get to challenge yourself a little bit, like you said, in like different aspects and approaches to dance. And speaking to that intimacy, because you're both pointing at the intimacy of the experience, right? Like you're so close and you get to see more. Garrett, I know every time I get to go to Ballet Idaho, and I mentioned to you how impressive it is when you're that much closer to the dancers, because then you can see the twitching of your muscles and like just the hard work. I mean, we all know that there's a bit of athleticism behind this in addition to artistry, but really seeing that in person so close is just, it's so moving. It's a whole other experience. I mean, I know we see it right here on the screen, but it's so different when you are in person. It's incredible. You've got to check it out. Now, I know last year, one of the pieces, Extremely Close, was a huge hit, and Ballet Idaho is actually bringing this piece back again this year. So talk a little bit about what makes this piece so special.
This piece is so close to my heart. I performed this late in my career. It's actually one of the last pieces that I performed in Chicago with Hubbard Street Dance Chicago, where it was created. And we've done several of Alejandro Cerruto's works. Sydney has done, I think, all of them. You've been featured in all of the works that we've done. So it's a very, I think, as the title alludes to, it is a work that has a lot of intimacy, a lot of duets, and a lot of connections between the dancers. Although it is a very abstract piece, there is some emotional resonance there. But you have the final, duet that is really kind of the central moment in that piece, even though it closes it out. I think it's really the heart of it, is these really wonderfully physical and emotional duets.
When this piece is very, very special to me. When Garrett took over as artistic director, he mentioned he wanted to bring in Alejandro Cerruto's work, and when I looked him up and saw this piece, I was like, that is what I want to do. It's so beautiful and it's very magical, and I feel like it blends classical work and contemporary work very well. Alejandro uses linear movement in a way where you can tell there's definitely some ballet training there, but the way musicality works in his pieces requires that you be super grounded and paying attention and sort of take things into yourself and understand how
really present.
Exactly, super present. And the piece is just sort of remarkable visually because you have these 3 white walls that move and reveal the dancers, so it looks like magic. It looks like people are just appearing.
Stagecraft.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I know we were seeing little kind of bits and pieces here, and I said it just moments ago, but you really got to go see this in person. You've got to experience this in person. And Garrett, we talk all the time about, Nutcracker, like you mentioned, Beauty and the Beast. Just those are great opportunities for people to see the breadth, the size of the ballet in a large performance. But this is an opportunity to really feel the ballet, right?
Yeah, and I think you get to know who the dancers are as performers in a very different way in a show like this. Yeah, and in addition to just the proximity and the detail that you see the effort, the sweat,
Yeah.
and the eye contact, all of that. I think it's a really powerful
The
experience.
intimacy of the beauty of this art. Okay, where can people go so they can get their tickets and learn more?
Go to our website, balletidaho.org.
Wonderful, Garrett, Sydney, thank you both so much. Greatly appreciate it. All right.